Coming up next, it's a UFC featherweight division fight. You know, we trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts, maybe more than we should, but this guy fits the bill. Maybe doesn't stand out in any one area. Skills everywhere. And you got to think tonight, Joe, with the skill set, he's more than comfortable really anywhere this fight goes. If he needs to stand and strike, he can do it. If the fight hits the canvas, he can submit you. A lot of different skills brought to the table by this young man.
This guy has outstanding defense.
All right, fans, here we go. It's time for the bout you've all been waiting for.
Alright guys, alrighty guys. I'm here. I hope you guys can hear me. Hold on. Alright. Can you guys hear me out there? Let me see. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying to get this mic and shit right. All right, can you guys hear me now? What about now? Can you guys hear me now? Let me know in the chat area.
creeping.
What's the wildest shit you ever did, like after, like since you gained fame, with like either groupies or
I don't do that shit. Hell, I'm scared of that kind of shit. I done had a rape charge before.
Oh, for real?
Hell yeah, I'm scared of that kind of shit. I don't even play.
Like,
can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me.
It was a criminal sexual.
Do I have sound so we can get this thing cracking? Let me know if I have sound, some sound, guys. Let me.
Worst thing comes to worst, I
don't know why that popped up. All right, guys.
This is the latenightcreep.com.
Can you guys hear me out there? Oh my gosh, I hate when they update. Oh, you can hear me? I'm just trying to make sure you guys can hear me.
Stay creeping.
Trying to make sure you guys can hear me out there. What's up, Roy? How you doing, bro? How you doing, Roy? We still good on the sound? Because I can't hear myself for some reason.
Worst thing comes to worst, I fucking die a tragic.
I'm just trying. All right, I can hear myself now. I can hear myself now.
This is the latenightcreep.com.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in on my G's. Trying to get the sound right. Trying to make sure everything legit for you guys. Man, it's been a minute, guys. Make sure the camera right. Yes, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. But I'm back. How you guys doing? How are you guys out there in YouTube land? Let your boy in. Let your boy know what's going on. How you boys been holding? How you ladies been holding? You guys been good without me? Let me know you guys been good without me. Man, we talking about Charlamagne the Gizzard. Charlamagne the Gizzard. How you guys feel about that, man? Roy said, fuck Charlamagne the God. Come on, man. I'm thinking this is a little bit much. Don't you guys think this is a little bit much? You guys don't think this a little bit much, man? No, Roy. No, Roy. I've been working. I've been plotting. I've been working and plotting, fam. I ain't forgot about you. Man, I can't forget about you guys. You know, so many haters out there in YouTube land. I couldn't stay away from them, man. I love the hate. 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 Yeah, we gonna talk about Charlamagne the God, man. I want my people to get in here first. Palm Tree Gang. Shout out to Scorpio Sting. She was just in here. I don't know if she's still rocking because I took so long to come on. I took so damn long to come on, I probably done discouraged all of my followers away. It'll be all right, though. Y'all will be here in a second. How y'all Friday night going, man? Let me know how y'all Friday night going. Let your boy know what's up. I just dropped a new video. Too, guys. On the channel. I just dropped it on the channel. So you guys can catch it. You can watch it if you like. But I just dropped it on the channel, on this channel right here. But, man, we talking about this Charlamagne the God situation, man. I couldn't find the sky, the star. I couldn't find the star in the morning interview. I couldn't find the star in the morning interview that was originally put up with the girl exposing, quote unquote exposing Charlamagne for his crimes that he has been accused of again. And I say again because this is not a new situation, guys. You know, this is not something that Charlamagne hasn't already, you know, talked about in the past. And this is a video right here that was shot 4 years ago, in which we're about to look at, and we're going to see that Charlamagne has already spoken about this. But that's really not, you know, the overall mandate of the situation, though. That's not the overall, you know, outcome. Is Charlamagne, you know, explaining the situation, because he brought this up. Nobody asked him about it, but he brought this up on, you know, himself. He said, hey, guy, you know, I've been accused of you know, a rape charge before, so I ain't trying to do no extra shit. So let's just see what Charlamagne talking about. You know what I mean? Let's just see what Charlamagne talking about. My thoughts on it is, my thoughts is like my thoughts on OJ Simpson. You know, at the end of the day, if he was acquitted in the courts, how is the streets gonna judge him? If you're acquitted in the courts, how is the streets gonna judge you? That's all I'm gonna say. You know, I feel like OJ was innocent because he went to the courts. You know what I'm saying? And we supposed to believe in the courts and got all of this shit. Just like if a motherfucker went to jail and he was innocent, we didn't know because we didn't have all the evidence. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what the judge and jury is there for. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, if the man got off in court, what else am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to go, you know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to go goddamn burn down his house. I'm supposed to go Freddy Krueger his ass so he can come back and haunt my kids and their grandkids' nightmares. I'm supposed to Freddy Krueger his ass, burn him alive. I mean personally, man, I can't crucify a person for something they done. They've obviously probably apologized for the situation. They've been to court. He had his opportunity to go to jail, do his time. I personally can't crucify this man for his situation because he brought the situation to life. He brought the situation to life. I didn't hear about this until he talked about this with academics a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? This interview right here is not new to me. I remember this shit. But we're going to go ahead and play this interview. Then I'm going to play Tommy's interview, and I'm going to play True Freeman's interview. I'm not really going to play them, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of give some, because Tommy, everybody knows Tommy. If you know Tommy, Tommy's been accused of, well, I'm not even going to say accused, but people like to point out the fact that he like young women or young girls, you know what I'm saying? And he's probably, quote unquote, did some extra shit with his own, but I don't want to say that because I don't think that's true, or even bring up the fact because it's pretty disgusting. But overall, you know, Tommy tends to think that Charlamagne is wrong for his way of speaking about the situation and everything above. But, you know, Tommy himself has spoke about, you know, people like Kamika Jenkins in a way in which was, you know, it was very uncivil. It wasn't nice or kind, you know, in her postpartum days. So, you know, just because a person have a certain way of speaking on a situation that was in the past doesn't mean, you know, they don't care about the situation. And instead, if I'm, you know, coming from the perspective of Tommy Sotomayor, then I can speak about anybody, any type of way, you know, after their death or after a situation or after after someone has become victimized in some form of fashion. I can say what I want to say about that victim. If they had big titties, they probably had some good yum, you know, all of this extra shit, you know, that's just from the perspective of Tommy, though. So, you know, at the end of the day, I personally feel like, you know, all of these guys are who they are, and their action speaks louder than their personal, you know, it's really hard for me to speak on this because, you know, it's something that's widely misperceived. You know what I'm saying? It's widely misperceived in so many ways. Charlamagne did an interview a while ago. He called it the rape culture. The rape culture. And I think if I'm gonna try to play that, I'm gonna try to play that if I can. You know, let's just see if I can play that real quick. All right. Let's see. Let's play this real quick.
I was born a donkey.
It's the donkey of the day.
For the donkey of the day. That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil.
There or so, and it's been heavy on for pretty thought to me. Charlamagne the God. Now, the reason it's going to me is because I consider myself a pretty thoughtful guy. I pay attention to what's going on in the world for the most part, but something has hit me over the past year or so, and it's been heavy on my spirit all week. And if you listen to my podcast, The Brilliant Idiot, you may have heard me speak on it yesterday, but I want to speak about it here on The Breakfast Club, and I want to talk to y'all about it. I feel like intellectually and morally, America is declining as a society. I feel like people aren't being morally honest anymore. Moral honesty to me is regardless of what you believe, regardless of your religion, regardless of your political party. You are able to call something right or wrong with no bias. Okay, for example, you know, if you're a white military veteran and you love America, but when you see people taking a knee during the national anthem, and then when you are told why they are doing it because of the injustice that African Americans are facing in this country at the hands of the police, if you are morally honest with yourself, you will say, I understand. Even if you don't agree with the way they are protesting, you understand why they are protesting. That's being morally honest, okay? Being morally dishonest is acting like they're just being disrespectful to the military and disregarding the flag because they hate America. Now, why am I giving myself donkey today? Because I feel stupid that I am just now realizing that a lot of us men in America have been raised on rape culture. Now, the first time I heard the term rape culture, I was like, what is rape culture? Either you rape a woman or you don't, but as I have learned what rape culture is, let me read the definition for you. Rape culture is a sociological concept used to describe a setting in which rape is pervasive and normalized due to society's attitudes about gender and sexuality. Rape culture is perpetuated through the use of misogynistic language and the objectification of women's bodies and the glamorization of sexual violence. My brothers, if we are being morally honest with ourselves, if you are a certain age like I am, you was born in the late 70s or 80s or hell, older than that, you are absolutely, positively raised on rape culture.
All right, guys, from what you're hearing, from Charlamagne right now, how many of you guys can agree that a certain generation was raised on rape culture? Yo, thank you everybody for tuning in right now. Please hit that like button. First thing first, hit that like button, guys. We always got to run them likes up. Just dropped a new video on this same page. You can check it out. Video called Used To, off my recently released EP. Well, it's not, is it EP? Yeah, EP, Rio 1.5. So you guys can check that out. No, it's an LP. It's 9 tracks. I'm tripping. Yeah. So you can check out that LP on iTunes or on YouTube. I haven't put it on SoundCloud yet or nothing of that nature. But guys, how many of you guys are familiar with the rape culture? Is what Charlamagne saying right now consistent with the times you grew up in? Was it okay in any time to go to a house party and, you know, have fun in a different way, which consisted of you guys being sexual with multiple people consensually?
I feel bad and extremely dumb that I didn't realize this earlier in my life. I don't care if it was Freaknik, Miami Memorial Weekend, Myrtle Beach Black Biker Weekend. It was never normal to feel like you can grab a woman's ass just because it's fat and she's got on biker shorts or Daisy Dukes. It was never normal to grab a woman's breast just because, you know, you saw in Dr. Dre's Nothing But a G Thing video when the girl was playing volleyball and they ran up behind her and pulled her bikini top off. If you ever mimicked that kind of behavior, it wasn't normal, okay? If you are in a fraternity and you ever had women come over and you got them high and got them drunk, you know, that whole ain't no fun if the homies can't have none mentality. You and the rest of your frat ran a train on the girl. My brothers, that wasn't normal. It was rape culture, okay? Movies like Revenge of the Nerds and Kids. Remember those where guys would have sex with passed out women or dress up as other people in order to trick the woman to have sex with them? That was rape culture. Remember Porky's? Remember sneaking up late to watch Porky's where they was drilling holes in the wall and peeping at the girls? I got homeboys in college who would be hitting chicks from the back, and then another homeboy would come in and start hitting the chick from the back without asking her consent. When we would get drunk and high with women and they would get inebriated and then we would sleep with them. I'm sorry, my brothers. All of that was rape culture. Hell, I look at some of the things I used to say to women in interviews here on the Breakfast Club, and I'm like, bruh, you was wilding. So when I see all of these sexual allegations coming out over the past couple of years from Bill Cosby to Harvey Weinstein to Louis C.K., I don't know if it's because I'm older, but I'm looking at them like, why has this type of pervasion been normalized? And I think it's because a lot of brothers don't think they're doing anything wrong. Because
hey, see, and the thing about Charlamagne the Guy, right, and the Me Too movement, and the difference between Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein, the difference between these guys is that they was never caught or never charged prior to this situation that they're currently in. And all of their charges and all of their convictions or accusations against them came to head. It came to a head. It came to a fucking halt. It had to pop. You know what I'm saying? It was just too much. So if Charlamagne was a rapist, if he was a rapist, like really, he would have done this to multiple girls, and honestly, multiple girls would start to come out. But as you can see, when he heard about Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby, he kind of spoke up like, damn, this not normal. Like, the shit we grew up on is really not normal. Like, watching those type of movies, you know what I'm saying, thinking we can treat women like that just because how they was acting in music videos. Just think about the things you were seeing in the 90s and the 80s and the 90s music videos. Hell, look what you seeing now in the 2000 music videos. Every man on the planet is starting to treat every woman like a stripper. Not only that, 80% of the women on the planet is starting to act like a stripper. Regardless of how you feel, we in this society have come to a point or a place in our lives where TV and hip hop has cultivated its own agenda. Like, we have no way of really saying what is not influenced by hip hop. How you act right now is majority influenced by hip hop. Point blank, man. You know what I'm saying? If you act ratchet, it's because you probably watched a lot of hip hop shit and a lot of ratchet shit that was provoked by hip hop. You know what I'm saying? If you do any of the extra shit, it was probably provoked and promoted by hip hop or that disco era while they was doing drugs and doing the extra shit. But that shit come from hip hop, come from that. So if you really, you know what I'm saying, think about it, all of this shit, man, we treat women bad. We really treat women bad because of what these hip hop videos and shit done showed us. For real. I'm keeping it real. We run around here slapping women on the ass and tell them to do this because we got a little money to throw at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, do you guys remember when Ashanti got on stage and she was giving some guy a lap dance, but then got mad when somebody started throwing money at her, right? How do that make sense to you guys? How can a person get mad for giving a lap dance? I mean, how can a person want to give a lap dance but then get mad when somebody start throwing money at them? Do that make sense to you guys? I'm not trying to cause any commotion between the Ashanti situation, but I'm just trying to make a point here. You know what I'm saying? The point is, we allow ourselves to act a certain way, be provocative in certain ways, male and female, and choose and allow that culture to force us to do things that we normally wouldn't do. Because at the same time, I agree with Charlamagne, but our morals come from the Bible. I'm not a Bible type person, but majority of our morals come from the Bible. All right? If a person say they don't believe in the Bible, then you might come to the, you know, to the mentality, okay, that they don't have morals. But I've had conversation with people that says instincts are your morals. But some people, instincts are to kill. So if your instincts are to kill, then your morality is whatever you decide to create it to, you know, whatever you decide to make it. But at the same time, your morals and the basis of your morals come from the Bible. Everybody's, or at least in America. Everybody after that base their morals off of what makes them feel good. If it makes you feel good to watch those music videos or whatever you watch, and to get whatever personality you want to get out of that and become that personality because you think it's going to attract fame, fortune, and whatever attention you looking for, then you're going to more than likely get treated like those people get treated. Just simple. It's simple, you know what I'm saying? Science. Simple science, you know? For every action does it equal maybe opposite reaction. But at the same time, there's a reaction. But I don't think Charlamagne is wrong. I personally don't. That's just me.
Because it's been a common theme in our lives for way too long. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm actually listening to women more and not having these discussions about rape culture with guys, because that's what we do as men. We start having conversations about rape culture with each other. That's why we don't learn anything. And it's so normalized to us that we make excuses about why we do what we do, have done what we've done, that's where the whole victim blaming thing comes into play. And, you know, there's just no excuse. It's not about what the woman wore or what time she was at your house. It's all about
facts.
Accountability.
Facts.
We're in the age of accountability. And if we are being personally accountable and being morally honest, we just have to admit that we were raised on rape culture. And it was wrong. Okay,
I agree.
We are absolutely in the age of accountability. And if you're not holding yourself personally accountable, the universe will hold you accountable, because we see all these people who have been doing dirt in the dark all these years being.
Listen, I remember personally being about 13 years old, sleeping in my bed, sharing a room with my older brother, and he wakes me up and offers me what he has. 13 years old. He was about 18, 19. Pretty sure she was about 19, 18, 19. But that's what I grew up around. That's the type of, you know, scenarios I grew up around. You know what I'm saying? My older brother was offering me that situation at 13 years old.
Brought to the light. And I would just encourage everyone to start being morally honest and just admit we were raised on this pervasive rape culture, but we can unlearn all the BS we have learned and make things better moving forward. And it's not like people haven't been trying to tell us this for years. We just haven't been listening, okay? I was once part of the problem, but now I want to be part of the solution.
See, he said he was once part of the problem, man. He's been speaking out. He's been taking responsibility for his actions 15, 16 years ago. He's been taking responsibilities for these actions. He was 23. He made a mistake. He turned himself in. He was ready to take the consequences of his actions, face the consequences of his actions. The consequences of his actions were obviously not as, you know, extreme as most of us out here are making the situation. I don't think this petition should be in play for Charlamagne's job. I'm sorry. I don't think this petition should be in play for Charlamagne's job. That's just me.
And the first step to that solution is recognizing that you can't heal what we don't reveal. And what we need to reveal and be morally honest about as men is that a lot of us men in America were raised on rape culture, okay? And I truly feel stupid, okay, for not coming to that realization sooner. So please give Charlamagne the God the biggest hee-haw, please.
He gave himself donkey of the day. Charlamagne gave himself donkey of the day. All right, let's get to it.
What's the wildest shit you ever did, like, after, like, since you gained fame with, like, either groupies or
I don't do that shit. I'm scared of that kind of shit. I done had a rape charge before.
Oh, for real?
Hell yeah, I'm scared of that kind of shit. I don't even play them.
You got like a charge? How you beat that?
Because I didn't do it. It was a criminal sexual conduct with a minor charge.
That means you would have to like register for this.
Yeah, I was.
Right?
It was the year 2000, 2001. I think I was like 20. I was 20 years old. My cousin had just graduated high school, and he had got a scholarship to Penn State University, and I had a party, and I had all of these chicks at a party. Like I was doing overnights I was working at Z93 then, so I had all these chicks there that I met through radio, and you know, chicks that my dude had known. So I used to always see this chick with my dude. So I bought, you know, I invited her to the party. See, she was at the party and shit. She got drunk, high, whatever. Something happened in the room with a couple of my dudes. I'm asking them, did they mess with the chick, you know, after the fact, after she pressed charges? And they was like, no. But they was like, yo, she's bugging. I remember the night of, they was like, yo, she's in here bugging out. She's kicking over the TV and she's trying to set shit on fire. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I had left. So the next morning, I'm hearing she said she got raped. She got raped. So I go to the hood to ask what happened. They like, yeah, you know, my cousin who had got the scholarship, yeah, he's in jail now. What you mean he's in jail? He's in jail. They said he raped the girl. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I go down to the...
Hey, Roy, that's fact. But at the same time, just because he wasn't found guilty doesn't mean he didn't do it. But at the same time, if a person is not found guilty, we do not have the authority, me personally, to punish a person for a crime that they was acquitted of. So basically, how can we throw somebody under the bus constantly if they did not get put in jail, right? So that means if they have the technology and they have everything they needed to have to put a person in jail, they would. If they don't, they still do. And if they didn't have everything to put Charlamagne in jail for what she was claiming, they still could have put him in jail for what he was charged for. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't that serious, obviously, because we all grew up in those situations where your parents don't care about you and you out here hot in the ass, or your parents don't care about you and you out here hot in the front, you know, for the guys, you know what I'm saying? And you guys out here ready to get it on. All I'm stating is, when the situation comes down and you got to go to court and your mama tell you it ain't that serious because you already being hot, you just trying to get some attention, sit down, I ain't trying to get in trouble for you, or some extra shit like that, that's the parents' fault. It starts with the parents. There's no reason that 15-year-old girl should have been at a party anyways. Come on. Why was she there? I'm blaming the parents for the situation overall. Lack of parenting in the black community. Come on, we already know it's there. Look how Kamika Jenkins and her mama act together. If Kamika Jenkins would have got raped any time, so you think her mom would have went to the police station? Nope. Try to find some goons to run up on a nigga and ended up in jail herself? Nope.
The jailhouse. Talk to the detective myself. No, it ain't had no one for me. I just told the detective, like, hey, look, I take full responsibility for anything that happened in the house last night.
You gonna take the case?
No, but I told her, I said, as far as I know, because I asked around, did anybody fuck up? I'm like, yo, nobody got raped, yada, yada, yada. They didn't even have my cousin in custody. My other cousins was fucking with me because they was mad they didn't get invited to the party. Hating ass motherfuckers. So my cousin wasn't even in custody. So I went down to the jailhouse for nothing. So I'm like, yo, I take full responsibility for everything. You know, I bought the alcohol. They was like, well, you're not even of age to buy alcohol. And I'm like, well, how'd you get it? Well, I got a crackhead to get it for me. You know, whatever.
They went out there copping out pleas with
they had to do shit. Damn. So 2 weeks later, they come and arrest me for criminal sexual conduct.
Hey, Roy, I totally agree. That's what I had. I had this conversation with someone earlier, and I told him, if the situation came down to it, I would blame myself first. Literally, logically, I would blame myself. How did I let this get out of control like this?
With a minor, so I had to get blood and hair follicles.
Oh, for you going down there to initially explain it?
They ain't had nobody else depending on. So being that I went down there and took full responsibility, well, lock him up.
Did it get through? You got indicted on it and everything, or?
Now I went to court. And they reduced the charges to like contributing to the delinquency of a minor because I had to give blood and all, you know, DNA samples, and it wasn't me. Whoever touched it wasn't me.
So you didn't get no jail time over that?
Nah, I got like probation, like 4 or 5 months probation or something like that. Man. Something like
that's so. I mean,
so that's the reason I don't play those games with females. I don't play games like that. Like if I'm kicking it with you, I'm kicking it with you. I'm not bringing no randoms over. Somebody I just met from the club, some chick I just met. Like I go through a process. I talk on the phone with girls. I take them out with me a few times before I even try to get at them. Like, I got to see where they head at. You know what I mean?
Oh, you taking chicks out on dates?
I mean, I wouldn't call them dates, but they come with me where I'm at. You know what I mean? If I'm at a club hosting a party or something, yeah, you can come through, have a good time. You know? Black, dark black, light skin. It ain't about whether you're white. It ain't about whether you know, Asian, Puerto Rican. It just matters about if you're pretty or not. That's what these girls won't. That's the harsh truth they won't grasp. It ain't about your skin color. Are you pretty or not?
All right, guys, we have that. So how you guys feel about how Charlamagne, you know, spoke on that? How you guys feel about that? How you guys feel about how he spoke on that? Tweet this out.
Left the party and didn't know what happened to her.
All right, let's hear what Tommy. All right, we gotta hear what Tommy got to say about this now. All right, we gotta hear what Tommy got to say about this. I'm gonna, you know, yeah, he's talking openly, and let's see what Tommy got to say about this now, and let's see what True Freeman got to say about this. Cause I'm a logical dude. I'm a very logical dude, and I personally don't think Charlamagne is a rapist, and he out here just doing what they are claiming he's doing. That's just me personally. Now, the Harvey Weinsteins and all this other shit, you know, yeah, man, and yeah, the Me Too, get their asses. Get them up out of here. Get them gatekeepers up out of here, because we need real talent. We need some real talent up in Hollywood any goddamn on ways, and not just these people who want to do this and that to get to the top. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But Fishmouth Tammy, yeah, we talking about Tammy today, Scorpio, just for a little bit. We just want to get his perspective on this, you know.
Anyway, I didn't have any sound, but situation. I'm sorry. Hello, everyone. I'm Tommy Sotomayor, and this is another episode of TNN News Raw Live. Now, I just did an interview, not an interview, but I just did a story while I was talking about Star from the Star Report, interviewing a young lady who says that she was raped at the age of 15 by huge star celebrity radio show host Charlamagne the God. Charlamagne the God right now got his finger in every pie. But apparently back in 15, he did, back when this girl was 15, he also had his finger in her pie. But the point is, I want to talk to you guys about his response, because he actually responded or spoke about this story back in 2013 with DJ Academics before she had ever come out and said anything that had happened to her. So again, he's not only spoke about it once, but he spoke about it a few times before. So what I'm going to do is let you guys take a look at the interview, or a snippet of the interview between himself and DJ Academics, and then see if you guys like his response to the accusation. Well, it wasn't his response to the accusation. It was him telling her business before she ever said a word. Again, at 15 years old, she claimed she was raped by Charlamagne the God, and she said it on the night in which it happened. She didn't wait 20 years. She didn't wait 20 days. She said it the night it happened. Charlamagne pled guilty to plying a
Hold on. Tommy just won't pay back because Tommy just won't pay back because Tommy embarrassed himself on his own show. When? Getting rejected by Charlamagne the God. Yeah, I remember that. Tommy mad Charlamagne the God rejected his events to appear on the Breakfast Club. I remember that. Yes, I definitely remember that.
15-year-old with alcohol while he was 23 years old, contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Let's make some news.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TNN News Raw. Your host, Tommy Sotomayor.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tommy Sotomayor, and this is TNN News Raw Live, TNN Raw News Live. And apparently there's this thing where, and I'm going to have to go to, let's see, 201. This thing had this long-ass intro before he got to the damn thing that happened. But anyway, guys, we're going to listen to Star, and not Star, but we're going to listen to Charlamagne tell the story before she had ever said anything, so she has every right to say something now, because he's been saying it. But we're going to listen to him and DJ Academics talk about the time in which he was accused of rape. Let's get it.
See, there's always this chick with my dude. So I bought, you know, I invited her to the party. So she was at the party and shit. She got drunk, high, whatever. Something happened in the room with a couple of my dudes. I'm asking them, did they mess with the chick, you know, after the fact, after she pressed charges? And they was like, no.
First off, Charlamagne is speaking about her very disrespectful. I hate this, guys. I need to be at home. First off, Charlamagne is speaking very disrespectful about this chick. He said, this chick, and she got drunk, and she got high. What do you mean she got drunk, she got high? And what do you mean this chick? She was a girl. And you said this chick, who I used to keep seeing hanging out with my homeboy. It's a girl. It's a child, sir. Not a chick. It's a child. Am I wrong, guys? Am I overblowing this? Or is the way he started this completely wrong? He's already trying to minimize what happened by calling a 15-year-old girl a chick. And then said she got drunk, she got high. So you had a 15-year-old at your party who you brought there because you saw your homeboy with the chick, but you 23 and you knew this was a baby.
Yeah, I think he knew it was a baby.
You wanted her there.
I did point that out earlier. I'm like, you know, he like young women, but, you know, I don't think he like them neck young,
always this chick with my dude. So I bought, you know, I invited her to the party.
You think he like them neck young, Scorpio, 14?
So she was at the party and shit. She got drunk, high, whatever. Something happened in the room with a couple of my dudes. I'm asking them, did they mess with the chick, you know, after the fact, after she pressed charges? And they was like, no. But they was like, yo, she's bugging. I remember the night of, they was like, yo, she's in here bugging out. She's kicking over the TV and she's trying to set shit on fire. I'm like, what the fuck? But I had left. So the next morning, I'm hearing she said she got raped. She got raped. So I go to the hood to ask what happened. They like, yeah, you know.
I hate when people tell a story like that. This story is really important. Why is he telling it the way he's telling it? Woo, woo, woo. And you know, I hate when people tell stories like that. And it lets me know how unintelligent Negroes are. But in this case, it lets me know how the person's dodging stuff because they never say anything directly. You know, and woo, woo, woo. No, you knew this girl. This girl has met your father. This girl has been to your house. Why would you try to treat it like she was just somebody who came by when you brought her there? And how could you have brought her there, but you left the party?
How do he know that? How do he know that he met that?
Now, I had no idea I would be going this route with. I didn't. I'm actually starting, but I was like, I'm trying.
Like, how do he know
to protect?
That this girl met Charlamagne's father and all of this other shit? How do he know that? Why would he say that? Did he hear Charlamagne say that somewhere?
He was going to protect him, but I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This doesn't make any sense, especially when you were telling the story before she could tell the story. You brought this girl here. She wasn't just some random girl you saw with your homeboy. You brought this girl here, and you brought her to meet your parents. You brought her to their house. Now she's just some chick that woo, 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 woo.
When did she meet his parents? I must have missed the interview or something. I'm sorry. The victim said it on Star. See, I didn't see the Star interview. They said it was took down or something. I don't know. Is it up? Was that in the report that she went to Charlamagne's house? Were they dating?
Barbara, you said she changed her mind years later after he was famous. She never changed her mind. Barbara, she never changed her mind. She's saying the same thing she said on that night. She was raped by that man. That's not fair what you said, Barbara. You're my girl, but that's not fair what you just said. Let's not disparage people when there's no reason to disparage them when we know the facts. She's never changed her story. Her story's been consistent. They don't have somewhere on record of where she said he didn't do it. They don't have her saying, I want to drop the case. It's never happened. She's saying today what she said then. She was 15, Barbara. Her mother handled it. She was 15. Her mother did this. That's why in the last show I was pointing out how her mother's a dick and how if they could charge anybody, they need to charge the mom. The mom did this. Wasn't her, it was the mom.
My cousin who had got the scholarship, yeah, he's in jail now. What you mean he's in jail? He's in jail. They said he raped the girl. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I go down to the jailhouse. Talk to the detective myself. No, they had no one for me. I just told the detective, like, look, I take full responsibility for anything that happened in the house last night.
You gonna take the case?
No, but I told her, I said, as far as I know, because I asked around, did anybody fuck up? I'm like, yo, nobody got raped, yada, yada, yada. They didn't even have my cousin in custody. My other cousins was fucking with me. Because they was mad they didn't get invited to the party. Hating ass motherfuckers. So my cousin wasn't even in custody. So I went down to the jailhouse for nothing. So I'm like, I take full responsibility for everything. You know, I bought the alcohol. They was like, well, you're not even of age to buy alcohol. And I'm like, well, how'd you get it? Well, I got a crackhead to get it for me.
He said, this is what I ought to tell y'all. Something about what Charlamagne is saying is not right. You heard what he said? He said, they said, you're not of age to buy alcohol. How'd you get it? Now, when he was talking about his hating ass cousins, he was using words. He didn't say, woo, 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 blah, 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 blase scoop. He didn't do any of that. He was direct about that part. That's why you got to be careful when you listen to people talk.
Okay,
if they're
whatever.
real direct and specific about things that have to do with other people, and then when you catch them in something, they're very vague.
Oh, stop it, New Star. Shout out to New Star in the building. Charlamagne is not lying, yo.
They're specific. When you catch them in something, they're vague. You listen to this man, and you listen to what he just said. He said he was not of age to buy alcohol. The court reports say what? So why would he tell a lie about his age?
Charlamagne ain't lying.
If he's telling the truth, why would he tell a lie about his age? Court reports say you were 23 years old.
Oh.
You just tried to claim you weren't old enough to buy alcohol.
You ever gonna ask me out, Will?
They got me with that
for the
one.
right moment.
I'll see you around.
Really?
Abby, I'm waiting for the right moment.
Really?
Because when I ask you out, there's not going to be any
You won't
turning
skip.
back for me. I'm not going to date anybody else for the rest of my life.
You're not
I'm
gonna
not
skip.
love anybody else for the rest of my life.
Whore.
I'm waiting for the right moment because when I ask you out, it's going to be the most important moment of my life. And I just want to make sure that
So
I get
you
it
ain't
right.
gonna skip? That's so extra.
Life itself tricks us. It misleads us. It paints one man a hero when he may well be a villain. Hero or villain.
Oh my jeez.
Villain or hero.
Thought that I was in my
Maybe the heroes and villains of our stories are actually just day players in a much bigger movie.
but
Really? It will not let me skip this shit. What the fuck? This is so extra. I don't know why I sit here and play this whole fucking commercial. Only on Tommy bitch ass channel. I feel the same. I feel the same, Roy. Man, this shit would not let me skip this commercial. I don't know why. It's not my fault, guys. A real nigga who don't want his cousin to go to jail for no reason. Now my damn X split done. What you guys think about his story? Guys, my X split is tripping. I don't know what the hell going on. Guys, I gotta restart my X split. It's bullshitting. I'll be right back though. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back.